You're listening to the AstroMommy Daily Horoscope, a forecast that hopes to shine a light in the dark, helping us all see where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Whether you're a first-time listener or a long-time subscriber, thanks for being here. I truly appreciate you being in the AstroMommy community. Without further ado, here is the Daily Horoscope. Scraping the cosmic gum off our shoes before we leap into the unknown. Daily Horoscope for Friday, September 15th, 2023. Good morning, friends. I forgot to post the new moon in Virgo poetry word list yesterday, so I got that posted. If you missed it, you can access it here. Please let me know if you'd like a card picked for you in the upcoming Fun and For You tarot card reading that I will be doing as a thank you to all of the AstroMommy Newsletter subscribers. All you have to do is reply to this email or send me an email to astromommyastrology@gmail.com. It doesn't matter if you are a new subscriber or have been here from the beginning. I would love to pick a card for you, so send me your questions. Also, please check out the new referral program to earn rewards for sharing the newsletter. It really helps the community to grow. It's kind of like giving everyone a flashlight as a gift so they can see in the dark. Kind of like that. Let's spread the light. Okay, let's get into the astrology. All times are in Eastern Time unless mentioned otherwise. Well, here we are on Friday. Yesterday was the new moon in Virgo. Today, Mercury stations direct at 4:21 p.m. and the Sun perfects his trine to Uranus in Taurus retrograde. Last night before the new moon, I was really feeling that balsamic phase of release and letting go. Were you? And then about an hour after the new moon, it was like my energy shifted and I was no longer feeling raw and vulnerable, but a little bit giddy and excited for this new lunar cycle, the upcoming eclipse season, and fall in general. As someone who was born in the fall, I love this season. I always feel most at home during this time, even though I have also fallen in love with spring as well, which feels a lot like fall, just different. One thing that is interesting is that the season that a person is born during is often a person's favorite season and where they feel most at home and themselves. Many people have told me this, and I think it makes perfect sense. It is the time of year when the sun returns to your natal position and shines the brightest light on you, so to speak. Your birthday or your solar return is when your spirit, your mission, and the plotline of your life have a spiritual rebirth, setting out on a new adventure for the year to come. So as we approach the actual fall equinox, I get more and more excited. And last night, I could feel this excitement kind of well up inside of me, like the potential energy of a ball sitting at the top of a hill. All it would take is a slight push, and down it would go. Today, the moon starts out in Virgo, having just been reborn with her conjunction to the sun, and the first thing that she does is form a quincunx to the North Node in Aries, marking a distinction between her wounds and her circumstances. There could be a change or a separation from something that you are letting go of. This could require a period of adjustment as you learn to accept yourself and allow healing to take place. Then at 6:30 a.m., the moon in Virgo opposes Neptune in Pisces retrograde, and something you thought was happening takes a turn, and you have to make a decision about your reality. Do you continue to seek out the fantasy world, or do you embrace the real world? This feels a lot like waking up for the day while still clutching onto a dream. I had a dream last night that was about living in the woods, but I can't remember the details. It may feel like that, like the more you try to hold on to the images of the fantasy or the dream, the faster they slip away and dissolve. Neptune can do that, dissolve the real, dissolve the intangible, and swallow up that which once was, or felt so real. It's up to us to trust in the process. At 9:49 a.m., the moon makes a trine to Pluto in Capricorn retrograde, indicating that something is changing rapidly within. Pluto brings about irrevocable changes, and the moon symbolizes that which comes to be and passes away, our emotions, women and children, youthful people, habits, rituals, and self-care routines, as well as our home life, money, and our popularity. So this could represent an emotion coming in swiftly that supports the inner transformations that are taking place. Something somewhat taboo or previously hidden or unexplored comes up that we take a moment to look at and examine with intelligence and skill. Right before the moon ingresses into Libra at 1:44 p.m., she forms a semi-square to Venus in Leo at 1:03 p.m. The moon and Venus in a semi-square symbolize a bit of tension in the home or temporary issues with the family or the women in your life. Your love life could experience some hiccups or events that slow things down. It is hardly a transit for swift action, but rather a start and stop type of energy. Like stepping in gum rather than on a banana peel. It makes you stop and pick up your foot and try to remove the sticky mess instead of slip and fall on your butt. Then the moon ingresses into Libra, and again the energy shifts. We are still in the new moon phase as the light is slowly increasing, and within the week the moon will reappear as a crescent moon. But now in Libra, the moon is co-present with Mars and the South Node, which already brings with it some challenges. To add to the drama, the moon will enter the Via Combusta, the space between 15 degrees Libra and 15 Scorpio, over the weekend. The moon in Libra wants to socialize, talk, and engage with others. She wants a partner to do things with, which is very different than the Virgo moon, which doesn't need anyone else to get things done. The Libra moon is also creative, theatrical, and expressive, a lover of music, art, and theater. The Libra moon is charismatic and romantic. She also values fairness and justice and approaches the world with diplomacy. When the moon is in Libra, we may feel more interested in the other person's point of view and want to make sure people feel heard and respected. It could also inspire gregariousness, peacefulness, cooperation, and romanticism this weekend. Today, though, once in Libra, the first order of business will be for the moon to perfect a sesquiquadrate to Jupiter and Taurus. Both the moon and Jupiter are in Venus's signs, Libra and Taurus, which means there is an underlying influence to this transit between the moon and Jupiter that is Venusian, meaning it is driven by beauty, love, compassion, the desire for harmony, ease, and blessings. The moon and Jupiter can indicate fertility and passion, loving exchanges between family members, joy, and a heightened sense of humor. I always say that the sesquiquadrate represents something you've already started that is experiencing a delay. And with the moon and Jupiter, this is like getting ready to go somewhere and you just step in gum again. So you have to change your shoes. And this may make you late for your adventure. It's not like it's the end of the world as long as you have another pair of shoes. And if not, peanut butter may work, or freezing your shoes. Anyway. In the late afternoon at 4:21 p.m., Mercury in Virgo stations direct, and things may begin to feel less sticky. Seriously, there's been a lot of gum on the road lately, especially with so many planets retrograde. It's possible that during the earlier parts of Friday, we may still experience the typical Mercury retrograde snafus, like technology glitches. My router already went out once this morning. Issues with transportation or miscommunications, but once he starts moving forward again, things should run a bit more smoothly. I have noticed that the majority of tech glitches that I have personally experienced are concentrated around when Mercury stations retrograde or direct, so I would be very surprised if there were no delays, mishaps, or mechanical malfunctions today. But we still have 5 other planets retrograde, and the new moon did occur when Mercury was still technically retrograde. So this next lunar cycle could be colored with a lot of reflective energy or things that need to be rewritten, reviewed, or revised, and it may take a long time until we feel like things are really moving forward. In the evening, the moon will form another quincunx, but this time it will be to Saturn in Pisces. The moon just opposed Saturn on Wednesday, and there could have been a major reality check. But this quincunx is like, now that you've experienced that course correction, there are things you have to navigate that you'd rather not even have to deal with. I just had the image of a spacecraft in outer space changing direction and then being met with tons of space debris that it has to navigate through. There isn't really any way around it. You have to just do your best to maneuver through the space junk to the best of your ability and hope that you don't hit any and ruin your spaceship. The last transit of Friday is the Sun in Virgo forming a harmonious trine to Uranus in Taurus retrograde. The Sun and Uranus together in a trine symbolize revolutionary thoughts, strange epiphanies that come out of the blue, sending you down a whole different path, or an unexpected door opening that leads to a different outcome. It's a sudden opportunity presenting itself that has the capacity to propel you forward in a fast and exciting way. And because it's Uranus, it's usually something we never thought of. The plot twist in the storyline that we didn't expect. The trine is fast, like slipping on a banana peel fast, but it is of the nature of Jupiter, so it usually speaks to something that is beneficial and a blessing. I would love to know what occurs in your life that fits this archetypal combination. Let us know in the comments. Let's move on to the card for the day. What is the guidance for today? 0, the Fool. On this card, we see a youthful man bounding off the edge of a cliff. A 2-headed Celtic dog flanks him, one head urging him forward and the other pulling on his cloak. He is holding a traveling stick with a pouch of his belongings tied to it in one hand, and in the other a white rose. The sun is shining and Celtic knots swirl in the background depicting the wind. The Fool card represents taking risks and going on a new adventure as if you've never had a sucky one before. I love the quote by Mark Twain. Dance like nobody's watching, love like you've never been hurt, sing like nobody's listening, live like it's heaven on earth. I feel that this quote encompasses the spirit of the Fool card, having the bravery and courage to venture out on the journey of life, even with fear trying to hold you back. The Fool usually represents something new in our lives, such as new feelings, new health and well-being, new transformations, new boundaries, new vulnerabilities, new relationships, or new creative ideas, and taking a risk or a leap of faith to start one of them. I love this right after a new moon. It feels so on point and fresh. What new things are coming into your life? What new places are you traveling to, either figuratively or literally? This card is a green light to scrape the cosmic gum off your shoes that's been holding you back and get going. Let me know if this resonates with you in the comments. Comments help the Substack algorithm recommend this publication, and they also help to grow a thriving community. I always enjoy reading what you all have to say. I hope this is helpful. Until tomorrow, AstroMommy. Thank you for reading or listening to the Daily Horoscope. Quick links and resources can be found at the bottom of the newsletter. Today's card was pulled from the Celtic Tarot by Helena, Paterson, available on Amazon. If you seek knowledge and enlightenment, the AstroMommy Newsletter may be right for you. Side effects of reading or listening to the AstroMommy Newsletter are common and include joy, jubilation, delight, happiness, gratitude, love, triumph, feeling in tune with the universe, experiencing deep insights, reflections, and contemplations, a lightened soul, a lighter step, feeling awake when others are asleep, illuminated, enlightened, having spiritual experiences, noticing repeating numbers, animals in nature, or songs on the radio that speak to you, getting vibes, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsmelliance, feeling like you know secret language, biophilia, crying tears of joy, emotional literacy, feeling lively, stable, exalted, having an auric glow, or feeling like you woke up on the right side of the bed have all been reported. If you purchase anything through the affiliate links that I provide in the newsletters, I will make a very small commission. Thanks for listening.